Imagine a world where everyone is rich. No one struggles to pay bills. No one worries about basic needs. Everyone can afford a comfortable life, good housing, quality education, and financial security. It sounds like the ideal outcome. But if we look closer, the situation becomes more complex. Because wealth does not exist in isolation. It exists within an economic system built on production, exchange, and relative value. So the real question is not just, what if everyone had a lot of money? The deeper question is, what would happen to the economy if everyone became rich at the same time? To understand this, we first need to understand what wealth actually represents. Money by itself is not wealth. Money is simply a tool used to claim goods, services, and resources. Real wealth comes from the things an economy produces: food, homes, technology, transportation, healthcare, energy, and many other services. If everyone suddenly had a large amount of money but the supply of goods and services stayed the same, demand would rise instantly. More people would want better houses, better cars, more travel, more products, and more services. But production cannot increase overnight. When too many people chase the same limited resources, prices rise. This is the basic force behind inflation. If everyone suddenly became rich in terms of money, money itself would become less meaningful. Another important factor is work and incentives. Every economy depends on people performing different roles. Some grow food, some build homes, some manufacture products. Others maintain infrastructure, deliver goods, or provide services that keep society functioning. Many of these roles require effort, skill, and long hours. If everyone already had enough wealth to live comfortably without working, many people might choose not to work, especially in difficult or less desirable jobs. But those jobs still need to be done. Cities still need maintenance. Food still needs to be produced. Energy systems must operate. Transportation must continue. Healthcare services must remain available. If fewer people are willing to perform these roles, the supply of essential goods and services could shrink. This would create shortages. When shortages appear, prices usually rise even further. Higher prices would gradually reduce the purchasing power of money, again changing what it means to be rich. Another issue is relative wealth. In most societies, wealth is not only about absolute resources, but also about comparison. Being wealthy usually means having more financial resources than the average person. If everyone possessed the same high level of wealth, the concept itself would begin to lose meaning. Another challenge would involve productivity. Economic growth depends heavily on productivity, the ability to produce more goods and services with the same resources. Innovation, investment, and entrepreneurship play a major role in increasing productivity over time. But if financial pressure disappeared entirely, the motivation to innovate might slow down for some people. Without incentives to improve efficiency or expand production, the pace of economic progress could decline. None of this means that reducing poverty or improving living standards is a bad goal. In fact, throughout history, societies have gradually raised the overall level of wealth and comfort for millions of people. But there is an important difference between a world where more people become financially secure and a world where everyone suddenly becomes rich at the same time. Wealth in an economy is ultimately tied to real output, the goods, services, and systems that support everyday life. Money can represent that value, but it cannot create it on its own. If everyone suddenly became rich without an equivalent increase in production, the system would eventually adjust. Prices would change, incentives would shift, and new differences would emerge. In the end, an economy does not function simply because people have money. It functions because people produce, exchange, and create value for one another. And that process is what determines how wealth actually exists in the real world.